Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Exiled Prince. It's time to resume our adventures with the Un-Hive in the game of Kenshi. In our last episode, we embarked on and completed our conquest of the Cannibal Plains, reclaiming the lands for the people who had lived there before they were chased from their homes. And it's about time for us to pack up and head back south to our original base, to get ready for our next adventure. So this is a little parting shot of our completed northern base. We've got our max level walls, we've got fun buildings, got our wind turbines, our farms, lots of lovely space for our people. And we've got also, I set the base to be open to the public, and you wouldn't think there's that many people around, but here's a nice little shot of our base full of, looks like cannibal hunters, Holy Nation outlaws, tech hunters, all the kind of roving squads that you get up here in the north. They've come to take a little rest at our base. It's nice to provide a little bit of safety and comfort to an otherwise completely uninhabitable or uninhabited region. It's very habitable, but uninhabited region. But with that, it's time for us to venture back south to our base, which I hope is in good shape. Usually in this game, when you're in your base, you are subject to various raids and events and attacks from hostile factions and stuff like that. But when you're away, as long as none of your players are in the region with the base, like causing it to be rendered by the game, things won't be attacked in your absence. So whichever base you're currently at, that's the one where all the caravan visits, bandit raids, all that stuff will happen, so that you're not trying to worry about, occupying bases that are away. So our bases there should be just fine. So as we head out, we're going to pass through that little ghost town that we saw Green visit earlier, the one that had been abandoned because of the cannibals, and we're greeted by this guy who comes out and says, "Hell, it's the Un-Hive," and he's here to thank us for saving his village and his people. They took back the city of Dead Cat. He's very pleased for us, which is nice. You can also see we've got our clump of Un-Hive here with our little floating white names, and then there's this trail of cannibal hunters running behind us because the contract hasn't expired from when they were helping us fight the cannibals. Moving on, what's next? So as always, we're sending Green on weird little errands because he's got his super fast leg. Right now he's running through Bast, which is what he's referring to here, the city wiped out by the Holy Nation. Actually, I don't know if it's the city of Bast, but it's something in that region. Bast is the main area of conflict between the Holy Nation and the United Cities. It basically consists of a number of ruined villages and towns, and is subject to large faction spawns for both the Holy Nation and the United Cities. You can see behind Green here, there is a samurai patrol from the United Cities. And in the next shot this is a big old patrol from the Holy Nation. Now this is like a war party. This isn't, if you were in their territory, you would find smaller roving patrols, but here we have a massive kind of war party, though the quality of the troops isn't very good. You can see most of them are these conscripts with the white shirts, and I don't know, those look like they've just got sticks, and then they've just got one rank of actual warriors or paladins or whatever. Scary stuff. We'll probably see them more in the future. I'm holding my playthrough till I catch up, but the plan is to kind of venture into their territory next. This is a shot just before the base leaves, before the Un-Hive have left their base. We've got, I don't know who this is, Hiroto maybe, saying, "You fuck with me, you eat dirt," which is, is historically what's been happening to people who go up against the Un-Hive. We're doing pretty well militarily. And also celebrating our martial prowess is Beep. He says, of course, Beep wins. Beep is the strongest warrior He is, we've put him in the armor of the Cannibal Grand Wizard, which is this red and yellow dyed holy chest plate, and he's got a fog mask on. It looks pretty cool, though we're going to make him a little cooler later this episode. So with that, we set off. I thought this shot was funny. This is us leaving going along the coast near our base. You can see here Green is swimming in the water, but Burn and Sadneil, since they're robots, are simply walking along the bottom of the water. I thought that was a fun touch in the game, that the robot characters don't swim and just sort of walk along the bottom of lakes. Very cute. So, once again, we've entered the Shrieking Forest, my favorite place. Note the sarcasm with which I say that. We previously had relatively easy times crossing the Shrieking Forest. This will not be the case this time. This is going to be a hell march, the likes of which we have never seen in this playthrough. As I've mentioned before, the Shrieking Bandits will sometimes sometimes attack you, sometimes they will chase you and shriek at you and then leave you alone. Sometimes they will talk to you. They will come up and shriek at you in conversation, and if you shriek back at them correctly, they'll leave you alone. Unfortunately, you can see here they're running across the screen shrieking. They come up to the Un-Hive, and they shriek at us. And I, the player, am presented with dialogue options that are mostly just different shrieks, and I don't know what they're going to do. Unknowingly, of course, I choose the wrong shriek, and I make the Shrieking Bandits permanently hostile to us. This means that no longer is there any chance of them leaving us alone. Anytime we encounter a patrol of Shrieking Bandits, we will fight them. They will attack us. There is no question anymore. This wouldn't be so bad because A, we are numerous, and B, we've just come off of they're similarly armed to cannibals. They're naked with rusty cleavers, which is what the cannibals have. And we just came off of a campaign against the cannibals. We're equipped to fight hordes of unarmored humans. However, there's so many of them that they just start to wear us down. And you'll see here, they just swarm in, and the Shrieking Forest has so many goddamn spawns. There's so many bandits that what starts to happen is a group will attack us, and around the time we finish them up, another group will come and attack us, which before wasn't an issue because they weren't automatically hostile, but now they're just coming in and we have to fuck them up, and then we're bandaging our wounds, and lo and behold, another. So it's just one unending fight, and you will see in the next few pictures that it's going to go from nighttime to daytime because this stupid fight is taking so long. So you can see here, it's just towards the end of the night. There's not a lot of blood on the ground, whatever. And we're going to move on, and that will change drastically. First off, though, you can see the sun starting to rise. Beep has become even cooler. We've put cool sunglasses on him. Now, this is a little bit of an argument in my household. My fiance has argued that by making Beep actually cool, I'm defeating the purpose of his character, because part of the charm is that he thinks he's cool, and he isn't. And so making him actually cool, has defeated that purpose. But also, I couldn't resist just making Beep incredibly cool. So here he is. He's very cool. There's going to be a lot of... Anytime he looks cool, I'm going to take a picture of him because it's fun. Beep's great. I mean, I know nobody watching this plays Kenshi, but anyone who's played Kenshi knows Beep is the best. Beep is the strongest warrior. So, moving on, here we clash again. You can see in the background this group of Shrieking Bandits charging in to join the fight again. Off in the left background is the bloodstain from the last fight. Again, the issue isn't so much that we're going to be defeated by a single one of these fights, but it's virtually impossible for us to make meaningful progress through the forest, so we're just inching our way through the forest, fighting like it's the goddamn Battle of the Somme, killing 30 guys for 2 inches, and then we move, and then we fight a whole other battle against the bandits, and then we move. It's painstaking. I didn't think I was ever going to get out of the forest. You can see now we've barely moved. and the ground is just soaked in blood. Not taking too much meaningful damage. Only a couple people get knocked out per, wave. But we just can't. We're just stuck. We're stuck bandaging and splinting our people when the next horde of shrieking bandits comes cresting up the hill. Speaking of which, this is the little canyon that we need to go down, but streaming up it is another band of shrieking bandits. We're never going to make it out. You can see in this one, I was there's this trail of blood in the back. There's the blood in the middle. This is how far we've moved in like half a day in the game. We're just slowly fighting our way down this hill, and I just didn't think we were going to make it. So what I started having to do, instead of stopping to bandage people, I know this shot's a little far away and it's hard to see, but basically everyone just had to sprint as fast as they could away. People who were unconscious, like hard to see in the middle, one of our pack beasts being carried by Fiona, wounded people just got slung over shoulders, and we just booked it as fast as we could. It didn't fully work, because of course, what do we meet? Shrieking bandits, and in this case, a little bit more cannibals. But doing it that way, finally, we were able to get out of the Shrieking Forest, and make a little bit of progress on our journey. Thank goodness. Which leads us to, I believe, the end of this episode. Here we are. We've made it. Where have we made it? This is Obedience. This is one of my favorite little zones. It's not very big. The whole region is about as big as what's in this picture. But it's the one with the giant robot hands reaching out of the ground. And it's terrifying, honestly. But it's relatively safe, and it does mean that we've gotten out of the horrors of these northern regions that we were just leaving. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Next time we will... I don't remember what's going to happen next time, but neither do you. So you'll find out. Thanks for sticking around if you have, and you'll hear me next time.